Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you and tell you how to set up a clarinet. This will be an assembly tutorial for beginners, so let's get right into the video. I'm going to show you the process for setting up a clarinet. It's actually really easy to do. Now, while you're assembling your clarinet, you do want to get your reed, and you want to put it in your mouth like that and just let it soak on your tongue because it should be wet for when you use it. So we're going to start from the bottom. I always like to start from the bottom and work my way up to the top. So we're going to start off with the belt. Don't do that with yours, right? I can do that with mine because I'm actually a drummer by nature. Drumming is my forte, so I flip my sticks all the time, so I can flip pretty much anything. But be careful with yours. So start with the bell, which is the bottom piece that sort of looks like a bell, as if you were ringing it, okay? Then you want to get the second piece from the bottom, and you'll notice the second piece from the bottom because it has this little thumb rest over here that sticks out. In addition, it only has one cork piece that you're going to see, one exposed cork piece with all of these extra little metal things right here. Now, essentially, you want to take that cork piece and you want to put it into the bell just like that. And if it's hard to get in, you want to use some cork grease on that cork before you do it, but it should go in pretty easily. Like you saw mine right there. Like I didn't have to put too much force, just a little bit of force, a little bit of spinning, and it goes in place. The next thing that you want to get is your upper piece. You'll know it's the upper piece because on the back there is this little thumb hole and then this extra key right here. In addition, it has two exposed cork pieces, as you can see. Now, essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to be placing this and you want to line up the holes. So you see these holes right here? You want to line them up with these holes right here. So I'm going to make these bottom holes facing you, and I'm going to make these top holes facing you, the camera, okay? And I'm going to line them up, and when you line them up, there's actually an extra little piece right here that should sort of tuck in. So these pieces should line up as well. And basically you want to just slide it down like that, make sure everything's lined up nicely. I need to turn mine just ever so slightly. And as you can see, it's lined up nicely. And on the side, these pieces line up as well because there's a little piece that gets pushed right over here, okay? We're actually almost done. We're almost complete now. Now, there's going to be this piece which allows you to connect this piece with all of these holes to the mouthpiece. So put this piece in place. It only goes in one way. It's directional. So it won't go in one way. It will go in the other way. Okay? Very simple. You can put it in whatever direction you want, but it's orientational, I should say. It doesn't go in this way. It only goes in this way, but you can spin it around. It doesn't really matter. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our mouthpiece right here and we're going to place it on top of this, okay? On top of the neck. Now the mouthpiece, there's an opening side. You can see right here, there's an opening on this side. It's kind of hard to see, but there's an opening there. And then there's a curved piece over here, an angled piece over here. The part where the opening is the part that goes on the lower part of your lip. It's the part where the reed goes. And that opening spot is going to line up with the back over here with just with this thumb rest over here. That's how you can remember it. So take that mouthpiece, line up the opening with that thumb rest right there, and just place it in place, okay? So while I'm looking at it, if I'm looking at the spot with the opening, okay, if we follow it down, we have the spot with the opening over here on the mouthpiece, we have the neck, we have this extra key right here which raises the pitch, we have one of the thumb rests over here, and then we have an additional thumb rest over here, okay? This is like a thumb note, this is like a thumb rest. That's all where the opening is. And on the opposite side of the opening, you have that angled piece right there, okay? If you go down the neck, and then you have all of your holes, basically, okay? All of your holes to place your fingers, okay? That's where your fingering positions are. Very simple. Last but not least, you want to get your reed, because now your clarinet's assembled. You want to get your reed, place it so that the flat part of the reed is touching the hole on the mouthpiece, just like that. Line it up so that the reed is basically in line with the tip of the mouthpiece. You want the tip of the reed to be roughly in line with the tip of the mouthpiece. Then you're going to get this, which is your ligature, and you're going to place it over top. You might have to loosen it first. You're going to place it over top of the reed, and that's going to hold the reed in place. You might have to loosen it first, and then when it's in place, you can go ahead and you can tighten it. It doesn't have to be super tight, just you want it to hold the reed in place. And that's essentially it. You've now assembled a clarinet. A beginner tutorial. I've gone over everything in detail, step by step, so that you can follow along at home with your own clarinet as well. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.